blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with
Nothing
black.
easy about sitting down and recording a podcast every week. I wish it was, but it's not. I did promise that I wouldn't leave you guys. I did for a short amount of time, but that's fine. We're back. It's episode 110, Black and Classic Podcast with your host, Brittany Monet. Now, before I start, let me just tell you, I struggle with perfection, okay? Perfection leads to procrastination, leads to things not getting done. And it's only because I want things to be right. I want things to look good. I want things to sound good. I want to look good. I want to sound good. I also want to have things to talk about. So there's all these different factors, things come up, and I'm just like, if one is off, I'm not doing it. I don't care. If one thing is off, right? I'm not doing it. I am working to overcome that. I'm working to not have one weak link and then just be like, well, fuck it, I can't do it, right? Like that one thing is just going to ruin everything. I'm working on that. I'm getting better. So here we are. I'm producing today. I'm coming to you guys. I did say let's talk soon because things were happening. And I was like, you know what? I need to sit down and I need to talk to my people because the longer I stay away, the less likely I am to come back. That's what happened last time. Things just they just weren't working out. And I was like, I want to take this to a different level. And the only way to do so is to step away. And then that step away turned into almost 2 years. So I don't want to do that this time. I don't want to be gone for 2 years, but also I have to overcome being a perfectionist, making sure everything is right, making sure everything is in order. And let me tell you, I think I said this before, this whole iPhone situation, I got it figured out. I saw a TikTok video. I learned so much on TikTok, y'all. I don't know if it's just me, but I learned so much. And they were talking about storage and how to clear it. Oh, don't don't let me learn something because once I know, I can't unknow, and now I'm going to forever act on what I know. Okay? So with that being said, we're jumping into local news. I don't I don't know how to start with this because when this article was sent to me, I was highly upset. So if you don't know, I live in Connecticut, okay? Now the state of Connecticut, the governor, he decided that education would no longer be required for state jobs. Right. Education would no longer be required for state jobs. Now, that isn't to say because I work for a municipality, that isn't to say that, it won't be preferred. That isn't to say that they might not give you a little bit of extra points for having education, but it's not a requirement. Now, if you went to school like I went to school, especially if you went beyond a bachelor's, very, very frustrating because for us millennials, oh, they made it to the point where we couldn't even not fathom the idea of not going to school. We had to go to school. We had to go to college. We had to get our bachelor's. You were crazy if you did not think about going to get your bachelor's. You would be in class and if someone was like, oh, yeah, no, I probably don't go to school. I probably go and get my electrical license. And we're like, what? Like, why are you not going to college? Like, you have to go to college. That's what was sold to us. That's what we were brought up on. So the fact that now in God's 2024, our governor is deciding to say that for a job like a state job, which, usually is highly revered, education is not required. Maybe that feels like a slap in the face to me if I ever felt one. That's what that feels like. How could you say, after all these years, after all the student loan debt, that's a whole nother point, all of a sudden it's not required for something like a state job? That's insane to me. Then, okay, we're on the student loan debt. Now we have student loans. So now I went to school because, you want to get the state jobs, you want to get these benefits, and you want to have these different things, these 401ks, these pensions, and all these different things, insurance, and whatever. You go to school, you get all this debt. Then some positions now they require masters. Okay, so now I have my bachelor's, now I have my master's. Now I'm 100,000 in the hole, just for you to then turn around and say, it's not required. Excuse me? Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Excuse me? Now it's not required. Mm-mm. Somebody gonna have to talk to Biden and them and get these student loans forgiven, because the thing about government, right, is if one state, especially in like the area of, you have the East Coast really. So you have New York looks at Connecticut, Connecticut looks at New York, New York looks at Mass, Mass looks at Connecticut. They all look to see what each other are doing to kind of say, well, okay, if we see it's working in Connecticut, then maybe we can adopt that and use that here. That's very, 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 very frustrating for me as a millennial, as someone who it was damn near forced down my throat to go to college to then say for these state jobs that are so highly regarded and prestigious and everyone wants to work for, the government in the state. Ah, you don't need that. No, go get Sleepy Joe on the phone and make sure them student loans start getting forgiven, because there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way we're gonna be all this thousands and thousands and $1,000 in debt, and then our governor says, "Well, it's not required." Do you know what that then sets the precedent of? Especially if you work in like the public sector, even some private companies, some nonprofits, they'll start saying, "Well, they don't require it, so why should we require it? If you can go and get a state job with all these good benefits, why would now a private company say, well, you need this bachelor's, you need this master's," especially for entry level type positions, not like engineering or something like that where you need to learn certain skills, but business majors and all of that. Oh, we'll just take the experience over the degree. That's fucked up. Very fucked up. It hurts my feelings. Because what did I go to school for if you were then going to tell me you're going to set this precedent that now we'll just take the experience? Baby, that means all them years I spent in school, especially if you got your master's, all those years you spent in school, you should have just out the gate started trying to work. But it was told us to go and get these loans, because why? You know what? I don't want to go into my conspiracy bag because this really isn't a conspiracy podcast. But let me just say, sometimes things are pushed, narratives, agendas are pushed for that goal, for that era, for that time period, for that generation. Things are pushed so that whatever the undercurrent is, or whatever they want the next 20 years to look like, they want to make sure that it happens now, right? So, like, later in this episode, I'm going to talk about some things with social media, and you have to understand what agendas are being pushed. So 20 years from now, it can look a certain kind of way. You know what I mean? And it's just very frustrating when you see it play out in your own life. And I know this is very small scale, but let me tell you, lawmakers, governors, mayors, all these people are looking at what other states and towns are doing and what other cities are doing, especially major cities are doing. And they're saying, well, if it works there, it can work here. And if they did it and let's see it play out for the next 3 or 4 years and let's see how that goes. And if it goes good, then we'll adopt that as well. To me, it's fucked up, because if that's what you're gonna do, then Connecticut, you need to start rolling out student loan forgiveness, because what was the point? Especially you have a top school like UConn, you have people dying to go to UConn, then if they graduate and then they want to go and get a state of Connecticut job after going to the University of Connecticut, and you're like, bachelor's, bachelor's, you don't you don't really need that. I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I off in that? Because to me, it just feels like ass backwards to tell people to go and get something and then on the flip side say, well, if you want to work for us, it's actually not really a requirement. It's a little ass backwards to me. All I'm saying is, if that's the case, if this is what we're going to start rolling with, well then baby, start rolling back these loans, start clearing up this debt. Because in a minute, us millennials, babe, we're not going to be able to buy no houses. We're not going to be able to buy new cars. Shit, inflation is already higher than the bitch. And you think now with that, on top of us not needing these bachelor degrees for these low paying jobs, oh baby, please. The economy is just going to go down, 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 down. So we need to start figuring it out. Okay. I don't know which way it's going to go for this November presidential election. I don't know if it's going to go Biden. I don't know if it's going to go Trump. Clearly, those are our two options at this present moment. I don't know why we still have those two, but whichever way it go, I don't want no more COVID checks. I don't want no more stimmies. I want student loan forgiveness. Sure, make us apply, make us have to, speak to why we need it, whatever. If we, you know what? Theoretically, let me just get into a little bit of a politician bag, put my politician hat on. Theoretically, if we cut back on that fucking welfare, okay, if we cut back on that, if we cut back on people having 16 and 11 kids and giving them all these benefits with our tax money, if we cut back on that, if my taxes went towards student loan forgiveness, I might not be too mad, as opposed to Rachel and Shaniqua having 10 kids so they can then live off the state. That makes me upset. Because then on top of that, you taking my taxes, and then you're saying, but the degree is also not necessary to get a state job. Mm-mm. I need Rachel, Taylor, Shaniqua, Shannon, Kelsey, Nicole. I need them all reduce their benefits, take some of that money, and let's dump that into student loan forgiveness. Also, coming up a little bit later, but we're going to touch on it right now because all this shit work together. All that money we be sending to the Ukrainians, listen, my heart is with you. Okay? I stand in solidarity. But that money that we don't have, that miraculously keeps appearing, student loan forgiveness. Help us function. Okay? Because not for nothing, I would feel like, I don't know what the percentage is, but I feel like half of America is just one paycheck away from being on the streets. That's why when I see homeless people, I'm like, babe, if you saw my bank account, okay? Me and you, we not that far apart, love. I am very sorry. And let me tell you, the other day, I was down to the gas station getting some gas, and this homeless man, first of all, he was like in a wheelchair or something, but had both his legs, so I don't really know. Maybe he was paralyzed. I don't think so, because he was like, anyways, looked like a gimmick to me. He's sitting out there. It was hot as hell. Okay, sure. He was like, oh, can I pump your gas for a few dollars? I said, no, it's okay. I got it. Thank you. That must have really offended him, because under his breath, oh, I was all kind of things. And there was another girl. She also looked a little homeless. I'm not gonna lie to you. She walked over to him and gave him some change. He's like, oh, thank you, because at this point, I just turned, I'm pumping, letting the gas go. I just turned and looked, because I'm like, sir, the audacity to think because I'm in a car, that means that I have money to give you. Do you not see how much milk is? I don't drink milk, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Do you not see how much eggs are? Do you not see how much bread is? Do you not see how much it costs to live? And you think I'ma just be giving out money because you sitting here? You better go and try to get a job application or something. See, maybe that's the conservative Republican in me. But I just feel like it's too many places hiring for y'all not to be looking for jobs. And there's too many ways to make it work. Because let me tell you, you might be homeless, you could find a shelter. It is hard, but with diligence and with work and with dedication to it, it can happen. And I'm not saying that this is to minimize the people it can't happen for, because I know how hard it is to get into a shelter and all these things, because a lot of these places, they want to give you the, go around and go here to talk to this person, but that person sends you back to this person. That person then says, oh, we'll go to this place, and that place sends you back. It's hard. I get it. It is difficult. But like I heard on the job, choose your hard. I don't know if I've said that on this podcast before. Choose your hard. Which one is harder? They're both gonna be hard, but which one is harder? Okay, well then take the one that's less hard and go that route. But to get upset at me for not giving you some money is wild. Baby, I want some money. Hello? I want some money. What you talking about? Anyways, that was a long tangent. I'm sorry, y'all, but he really irks my soul to be upset at me for not giving him some money. That's crazy. Anyways, I want to talk about Mayor Eric Adams. Mayor Eric Adams, I feel like on my TikTok, I see this man everywhere. I feel like I saw him, now don't quote me, but I feel like I saw him, he might have been with Angela Yee. He might have been on Drink Champs with Nori. He's just been, I feel like he might have been on Breakfast Club. I don't know. He's just been making his rounds. And what I can't understand is where the disconnect is, because I feel like Obama, especially for black politicians, I feel like Obama gave the best blueprint. I mean, he laid it out how to do it to a T. So for any black politician following in the footsteps, I feel like Obama left them there, and all you have to do is just walk in, maybe remix it a little, because Obama wasn't the best. Remix it a little, and you'll be moving. You'll be doing good. But Eric Adams, I don't know. I don't know if he's not listening to like what people actually need in New York City, or if he's just going by what his administration thinks. But he has to realize that there are better things out there. Eric Adams is on this press tour, like he is dropping a new album. And I watched a documentary. Oh my God, love. I can't remember what documentary it was. But I watched a documentary and he was on there and he was speaking to how he was a part of all these different things and he was doing all these different things. And I was like, wow, like he seems like a pretty good dude. Like, like he really was about that life of far as, bettering for black people and all these different things, but there's a disconnect. The things that he wants to do in New York City, it's not really connecting with anybody. No one is really loving it. I think his solution for the immigrants is not working out. Um I don't know. I don't know where the disconnect is, but I am tired of seeing this man on this press tour like he's dropping an album. I think that's really all I really wanted to say. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I think it is very, very, very what's the best word? It's not creative, to just be like, well, go sit down with black media and black people will love you. No, you need to go to places like Good Morning America. You need to go to places like, I don't know white media, the talk, Piers Morgan, who else do we have here? John Oliver, sit down on Fox. Like, you need to go to these different places and speak for black issues in white spaces. That way, now when these clips go viral, it's like, oh, you went where we don't go and say what needs to be said about us, right? For you, by us. You need to go into those spaces and say what needs to be said, what we thinking, what we feel, to, you see what I'm saying? Speak for us to them, not speak for us to us, because we already don't care about politics. So we gonna see you and be like, oh, I'm skipping that episode. But if now a clip goes viral on TikTok of you speaking about us to them, oh, now people are gonna start listening to you. You see what I'm saying? In reverse, I love my girl Candace Owens. She went to, but she spoke to everybody. But what happens is when you make them mad, oh yeah, baby, they're going to make sure you don't speak to anybody. But that's neither here nor there. Eric Adams, love, I really want you to get a new administration, get some different people around you. You know what I'm saying? Call me up if you need me, because it's not working out for you, love. And I don't think the people around you really see that. I don't see you winning another term, to be completely honest with you. I think that if you do want to, do something differently, I would say, hey, study Obama. He got to the White House, so study him. Find out what's not resonating with the people. I give you a few ideas, but this whole media tour, like you about to drop a mixtape, yeah, I don't know. I'd cut that out. I don't think it's too much necessary. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my 2 cents. I'm tired of seeing it, so just want to speak to that. And then next up, I kind of touched on this. Joe Biden, he he's doing a lot of things, I guess, to get himself reelected. I don't think we need Sleepy Joe. The man can barely function, and I'm quite honestly tired of seeing it. I don't see this man lasting another 4. How old is he? 86? He'd be 90 in the White House. I don't know. I just I don't I don't see it for Sleepy Joe. I do respect that he is our president, but I don't see it for the man. And recently, he's come out with his new, I don't know the term because I feel like everyone says every single term is incorrect. They say illegal immigrant is incorrect. They say alien is incorrect. Illegal is incorrect. Baby, I don't know. I'm gonna call them an immigrant because I thought that's what they are by definition. So the immigrants um, are taking over. Speaking to Eric Adams' point, I do believe Eric Adams came out with some law of how they were going to fund and supply and offer all of these, benefits and things to the immigrants that were brought there. I do believe from Florida. And the people were all upset, rightfully so, because again, as an adult who pays taxes, whose taxes get right from that check every 2 weeks, babe, sometimes we want to know where that money is going and why it's going to where it's going to. Understood? So when we have illegals and we're like, hey, let's give them this or let's do that. Hold up. Okay? With whose money? That's really the black bottom line. With whose money? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you were with your parent, mom, dad, both maybe, I don't know, grandparents, whoever's taking care of you, and you saw McDonald's, you said, oh, I want McDonald's, I want chicken nugget, I want, hamburger, I want a little toy, maybe a little McFlurry, ooh. And you know what they will look back at you and say? Exactly. Do you got McDonald's money? I feel like we need to go to our government. Do you have immigrant money? Do you have Ukrainian war money? Do you have Israeli Palestinian money? Like, where is you getting that money from? Hello? Okay, that's the question. Do you got that kind of money? Because taking it from my paycheck every 2 weeks and not telling me where it's going, that's a problem with me. Okay, I work too hard, too many hours, too many days a week for you to just take my money and then say, well, we're going to do this, and that with it, and you be cool and just vote for me another 4 years. Absolutely not. That's a hard no for me. You're going to need to show me the receipts, where it's going, where it's allocated to, and why. I need the full breakdown, baby. I feel like as a people who pay their taxes, yeah, I'm gonna need an invoice and I'm gonna need the breakdown for sure. I'm gonna need you to really go line by line and tell me where this money going. Anyways, back to the immigrants. That ADD is real bad, y'all. That ADD is real bad. Back to these immigrants. Joe Biden came out and he said basically we gonna control the border, which I loved because I was very much team build the wall, because not for nothing, it's a lot going on down there, and then it's a lot, it's a lot happening, you know and with the way the Democratic Party functions as a whole, a lot of times these people get benefits that really Americans should be getting. So I say all that to say Biden came down hard on the US border, between Mexico and all of that. Like, he really went out there and he laid down the law, and I respect it. I was like, yes, more of it. We need that, Joe. Like, yes, like, okay, Sleepy Joe, I see what you did there. On the flip side, though, it was like, well, y'all are mad about that, so let me satisfy you with this. Okay, cool. all the people who's been here over 10 years, basically ipso facto, you'll be a citizen. If you got married and you got a kid, ipso facto, you'll be a citizen. And my issue with that, please tell me if I'm wrong. Leave me a comment, send me a message, send me a kite. Let me know. What other country can you do that? Can you just go, stay low for 10 years, and then they just be like, ipso facto, now you're a citizen? I don't, and I'm not like, I don't want to say deportation, but I feel like if we're going to crack down, we need to crack down and be like, here's what you need to do. Like, we need to strengthen that as opposed to, well, you came and got married, so now you're a citizen. Or, and then the craziest part is we got all these shows. What's the show on the thing? Oh my God, what is the show? You know, y'all know it. It's on TLC, and the people be wanting a green card, and they go and they try to get married to someone so they could bring them over here, and they be trying to act like they so in love. Like it's literally in our faces about how easy it is to just become an American citizen. And I truthfully, I don't like it because again, y'all need to look out for the people who are here. We run and we go to be the aid of every fucking body else except the people in this own fucking country. The government want to go out and save everybody but the people in this country. We want to create all these different bills, pass all this different type of legislation, except that anything that could benefit the people in its own country. That's the part that blows me. Now, part of my ignorance, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it's hard at this point now to throw a stone and not hit someone who is um the child of an illegal immigrant. It's really hard, or who was sent here illegally, or who, you know, their parent came under that whole green card visa situation, and you know, now they're here, now they're a citizen and their parents are not, and they don't want their parents to be deported and all this different stuff. Sure, but as every other Republican and conservative says on the right, just go about it the right way. That's it. Just go about it the right way. Because again, you can't come here and then the tax dollars now is going to pay and fund and put these people up and make sure they have housing and food and clothes. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't know. I don't too much support it. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. But no. Not with my American tax dollars. I feel like, hey, if that's what you want to do, elect on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we should vote. A lot of people say, well, I don't understand why we should vote. Da, 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 da. These are the things you vote for. These are the things you vote for. I I want to know where my money is going. So that's why I look into it. That's why I know who I want to vote for. Because where is my money going? Y'all take too much for me to not know where my money is going and why. I feel like the name of this episode will be Where Your Money At, because where is the money at? Where's it going? Huh? Hello? Talk to me. Where's it going? Shit. Anyways, switching gears, we're going to talk about some headlines. And I'm so excited to talk about this topic because let me tell you, baby, the way I did the dash to get home to see this, I was out at a birthday party, and this is me not paying attention. Because when I saw the flyer for this event, y'all already know where I'm going. When I saw the flyer for this event, something in my mind told me 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's what it told me. Or maybe I saw 7. I don't know, child. I swear I saw PST, Pacific Standard Time. So I said, cool. I just got to get home by 10 to see this start at 7. Beautiful. Beautiful. 7:45, scrolling my phone at this birthday party. I see the flyer. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm in my head. 7 p.m. EST. EST? EST? Can't be. Can't be when I know I saw this thing say Cali time. Can't be. I'm really going to take y'all through all these emotions. Bear with me. So, I goes, because I have the Amazon Prime app on my phone. I goes to Amazon Prime. What do I see? Ken and Friends live. Child, I hopped up out of my good old lawn chair. I said, y'all, I'm going home. I okay, I was packing it up. They were like, oh, you leaving? Yeah, I'm out. Love you. Happy birthday. Oh, this was so amazing. We out. And I did the dash. Got home in 15 minutes. Sure did. Usually take about 20, 25. 15 minutes. I was down the road. Okay. Walked in, cut everything on, got my lights on, got my snack. What did I have for a snack? I had some ice cream. Got my ice cream, babe. It was hot that day. I was in here, child. I done about lost my voice. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Okay. I was never the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan. I will not lie. I started liking Kendrick Lamar in probably 2019. 2019. I was actually, let me tell y'all what happened. Another tangent. Y'all know how I do. I was out shopping. And when I shop, it's really for therapy reasons. I don't know what it is. I think I just, because I love clothes, because I love fashion, because I love all things, dress up and all that since a little baby. That's been me. Going out and just being in stores is very calming. My mind goes blank. I just, whatever. So I was out shopping. I said, you know what? What I like to do is when I want to hear somebody, typically I go out and I listen to it while I'm shopping because I can listen to the music and just peruse, browse. I'll go to the mall, put an album on, and just walk around. I'll probably do that today. Just walk around with my music playing, child. Yes. Vibes. So I put on Kendrick Lamar. I started from his first tape, ran that bitch through, and just kept going. Listen to him, listen to him, listen to him. And while I'm listening, I was like, it's good, right? Like he is really good. And from then on, it's just been an obsession ever since. And when I say obsession, y'all, it get like, for me, when I love somebody, like it goes deep because then it's like, okay, now I'm watching your interviews. Now I'm, reading about you. Now I'm listening to articles and reading articles and things like that, right? Like everything you do, I'm gonna know about it. And so the obsession went crazy. Loved him, loved him, loved him. So then this whole obviously Kendrick versus Drake thing happened. I do love Drake, but I love Drake on a more like, you make really good music, right? So I love you for the music. I don't know too much else about Drake. I love the music. Kendrick, I love the man. So I was so excited for this. Also, if you know me, I'm literally, I feel like I was Cali born. I just so happened to be transplanted into Connecticut, but I love California down. So when the artists are coming out, mind you, on the highway, G Perico is on. If you know me, you know I love G Perico. So now I'm really like pushing the limit because I'm like G on, and I'm not, I wanted to run it back. It's not on Amazon Prime yet, but I'm like, G is on, like I want to, like turn up or whatever. Whatever. So I get home, it's on. It was amazing. It was amazing. The Nipsey tribute, babe, y'all know. The tears did not stop. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Tyler came out. Oh, I was screaming. I was jumping up and down. I was really acting like I was there. I don't know. I felt like I was like in the moment. So I was jumping up and down, loving that. Who else? YG. YG is a great performer. Like as a rapper, he is a great performer. He has stage presence. He covers the stage. He has the great vocal control. It doesn't sound like he's out of breath. He's giving you dances, the hard bottoms, chef's kiss. Love it. It's been his thing for a few years now. I love that. Oh, I wrote down Cali rappers are way better than Atlanta rappers. I don't care. Sue me. I really don't care. You could say it's preference, it's subjective. I don't believe so. Um, yeah, no. I think they're better. They sound better, they look better, they talk better, the music's better. It's just better. Okay? It's just better. Shout out to what's his name? 310 baby, Soak City. Oh, so proud of that little boy because he just graduated, literally just graduated high school. At his high school graduation, they presented him with his plaque. I think he had a gold, I think it was a gold plaque for his song Soak City. That was incredibly dope. He also made that song off his iPhone. And I just want to touch on that for a little bit because a lot of people, I hate to say this, but a lot of y'all be trying to be rappers and it'd be year after 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 year. And not for nothing. Sometimes it's just in you, not on you. When it's meant for you, the shit's gonna crack. It's not gonna take, especially as a rapper, is not going to take, in this day and age, it's not going to take 10 years. It might take 5. It might take 4. It's not going to take 10 to pop. I promise you it's not. Because this day and age, you can get to anybody and everybody with the snap of a finger. It's not going to take that long. So if it's taking long or it feels challenging or it feels like, you really can't do it, it's probably on you, not in you. And I say that because sometimes what you can do is you can become a producer. You can become a manager. You can become an engineer. You can become a videographer. You can do a bunch of other things besides be the one that raps. You could be a hype man. You could be a DJ. You don't have to be the one that raps. I get it. You love it. I love rap too. Trust me. Boots. Love rap, baby. Love it. I even tried to put a little pen to paper, but let me tell you, that's not my ministry, love. And I'm not going to pretend it is just because I love rap. That's not my ministry. That's not, that right there, that's not for me. And I acknowledge that. But I digress. That was such a great performance. The only person I did miss, I really wish they had Larry June there. When Dom Kennedy came out, I thought it was him. When Jason Martin came out, I thought it was him. I really wanted Larry June there, but I am happy they had G Perico. I'm glad Schoolboy Q came out. 310 Baby, YG. Who else? Who else did I have down that came out that I was really excited with? Obviously Tyler the Creator. Kendrick Lamar running Not Like Us back 59 times was Chef's Kiss when they all came up. Oh, y'all. Y'all wasn't gonna tell me about Russell? Russell Westbrook? Y'all wasn't gonna tell me about him? Wow. Okay. I see you. That's not gonna take away from my love for Dame Tala. Yeah, I'm not gonna change sides. But okay, Russell. All right now. Anyways, that was amazing. That was hip hop. That was the West at its best, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait till I can stream it again because I'm gonna go up like I just saw it for the first time. That was amazing. I actually, had I known about it months in advance, I probably would have really tried to get my black self there. But I learned about it, I think, maybe like 4 or 5 days, 6 days before. So yeah, but that was amazing. Next up, TikTok. I have TikTok down. It's not really a headline, but it's something that needs to be addressed because social media has a grip on us like this, real tight. I mean, like tight. And I truthfully, I think it needs to be addressed. There needs to be a study, and again, this is what I spoke to, where things are happening now that in 20 years we're gonna look back and be like, that's what y'all was doing. The way social media has people kind of disoriented for likes, for money, views, subscribers, the way they have your mind so discombobulated, it's troubling at best. Now there's this new thing. What is it? NPC, NPL. I don't know what the fuck it stands for, but those are people that be like acting like they're game characters. Ooh, all that bullshit. They are out in public doing this shit. It's this one man, I mean, it's probably a bunch of them, but it's one man I see on my TikTok. He be out in grocery stores with no shirt on, rolling around on the floor, humping it, doing all kind of wild shit. And is it for laughing emojis in your comments? I don't too much understand. I feel like there's so many ways for you to make money on the internet, but do it in a productive manner that's not just fucking weird. Like, It's a man. He be doing a little. I feel like it's NPC. I feel like it's like hood NPC or NPL. I don't NPR. Whatever the fuck. I don't know. But he be doing this. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, doing all that, and he be in the middle of places, and I'm just like, what is going on right now? What is going on? It's people full. Like it's one girl full on. She something from the Apple store. She was the one who was like doing this at the Apple store, and she was like doing that like way back, way back, like MySpace days when people used to go to the Apple store, go on the MacBook, and obviously record themselves, put it on their social media. This is way back at MySpace. She's resurfaced now to TikTok. Okay, keep up with me. She's resurfaced now to TikTok. Baby girl is now homeless, lost her kids, and be on TikTok live every single day begging for money. Why does it have y'all in a chokehold like this? Begging for money. Oh, I need to go and stay at a hotel. Oh, I need to go. Did y'all think getting a job is easy? Hello? Excuse me? You lost your kids, mama? But you down on a TikTok. The amount of time you spend on TikTok, you should be walking into every place you see with a now hiring sign. McDonald's, I feel like I hire you on the spot. Dunkin' Donuts, Burger King, KFC, Chipotle, I don't know, Chick-fil-A, girl, Aldi's, girl, get a job. Y'all want social media to be your job so bad that y'all are embarrassing yourselves. Y'all are losing y'all minds for laughing emojis and some money. And I know y'all not making as much as the people who make a lot of money. Y'all want to make that, but y'all not, because those people, when I say this a job, oh, it's a job for real. Y'all not really doing this as a job. Y'all doing this as a little side thing to make money in the meantime, in between time. And that's the wrong way. That's hustling backwards. Like, the people hate Alex Earl. If you don't know who Alex Earl is, Google her. I'm not gonna sit here and do a whole breakdown on Alex Earl, but Alex Earl just bought a house in the Hamptons, and the people is like, oh well, if she can do it, I can do it. She bought a house in the Hamptons. Yeah, but she treat this TikTok shit. She clock in like 9 to 5, and she doing what she got to do. She got her people. She got a team. She got a glam team. She doing what she got to do to make this maximize her money. Y'all sitting on here doing the weirdo stuff, and I can't condone it. I want to release y'all from the shackles of social media, and really get y'all mind back right, because y'all gonna need psychiatrists when this is when this is all said and done. Y'all gonna need psychiatrists. Y'all gonna need medication. hmm For real, y'all are, because it's sick. Okay, it's a girl. I don't know if I spoke about this. Baby girl gave her kids up. I think she had 5 of them. First of all, if you knew at 2 you were struggling to take care of them, why did you go to 3, 4, 5? Whatever. She had 5 kids. Give them all up. All of them called up. Hey, y'all come get these kids. Yeah, I can't even do it no more. Yep, thank you. Then went on a press tour about giving her kids up. And y'all don't think social media is a fucking drug. She went on a press tour. I mean, she is taking podcast appearances, and I know these people are probably paying her a little 250, 500 for her to sit down and talk about why she gave her kids up, and she's sitting there joyfully. Yeah, I had to give them up. Yeah, I just knew I couldn't. Excuse me, mom, you had to do what? Hello, you had to do what? Why? For what? All I'm saying is a hell of a drug. It's got us fucked up. And I want to release us from the shackles. Because I don't think it's fair. And I know in the next, I won't even say 20 years. Maybe. I say when Gen Z hits about 35, yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see. Because it's not too many of y'all who got y'all head on y'all shoulders. Y'all screws is loose, and I don't know what's going to help tighten them up, because y'all think life is online. There's so many people who there's things that are trending as far as fashion and what to wear and what not to wear. It's people not wearing things or wearing things because it's trending online. When you gotta go out in the real world, in the public, and look like this. Y'all are choosing to look like this online, sure. But then you go out in the public and you choose to look like that. Like, that's what you chose to wear because social media told you to do that. It's people, I remember it was a TikTok thing of, oh, this is the length of hair that you need for your face shave. Girls was cutting their hair up to here left and right. Mama, you look crazy. You look crazy because TikTok told you to. That's fucking wild. It's people who y'all need a middle part. Y'all need the bust down middle part. But because TikTok or Gen Z TikTok told you that's not what y'all need, y'all stopped. You think I'm gonna stop wearing my skinny jeans because TikTok said I shouldn't wear skinny jeans? Y'all are fucking crazy. You think I'm gonna be out in a thick wool ankle socks in the middle of summer because TikTok told me I shouldn't wear ankle socks? You're fucking crazy, bro. I'm gonna do what I wanna do because I have a brain between my ears, not because TikTok is running what's between my fucking ears. And that's what I want for y'all. Use your brain. But anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back next week. I'll be back for sure. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to y'all. This has been so much fun. Very, very therapeutic just to get my thoughts out, ramble along, chit chat with y'all. You know, we have fun when we get to sit down and we get to talk. As always, please send me your messages, send me your comments, send me your thoughts. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discourse, you know. But again, if you thoroughly disagree, debate your granny. I don't too much care. Now, we could agree to disagree. We could have some good conversation. But if you want to tell me about how I'm wrong, debate your granny. Thank you. And with that being said, this is the end. I love you guys. Stay dangerous, stay prayed up. And as always, until next time.